Welcome to my channel. This is Audio Explore. Recently, Redmi released the Buds 6 Pro. Is this earphones worth picking up? Let's take a closer look today. The design hasn't changed much compared to the previous generation. The only noticeable updates are that the indicator light is slightly longer, the Redmi on the back is now in uppercase, and the earbud stems have been switched to a glossy finish. But the gloss remains the same. So, the feeling of pressure in the ears is still a bit noticeable. This generation, the Buds 6X Pro adds a new feature, sliding to adjust the volume, making touch controls more convenient. It also introduces Xiaomi's self-developed MIHC high-definition audio codec, but right now, it's only supported on the Xiaomi K80 Pro. As for noise cancellation, here are the results from our tests. The average noise reduction is 24 decibels, which is 1 to 2 decibels improvement over the previous generation. It's a slight increase, so it's hardly noticeable. However, at this price point, the noise cancellation performance is still considered above average. In terms of sound quality, the Buds 6 Pro isn't all that impressive right out of the box. The excessive bass tends to overpower the overall sound, making it feel heavy and dull. I recommend switching to the high treble boost mode once you get your hands on them. This makes the sound much brighter and clearer, with vocals coming through more vividly. Alternatively, you can tweak the sound to your liking using the equalizer settings to find your perfect balance. This generation's tuning is definitely an improvement over the last, which was not great. Even with the high treble boost enabled on the Buds 5 Pro, the sound was still excessively thick and dull. As for spatial audio, it now includes dynamic head tracking. While it's still not as natural as what you get from Apple, Sony, or Huawei, it's definitely a step forward. There's still room for improvement, but it's better than nothing. Here are the results from our call quality tests. As for latency, Xiaomi continues to disappoint. The ecosystem limitations are pretty severe on non-Xiaomi devices. The latency can reach up to 400 milliseconds. Even on Xiaomi's own phones, with game mode enabled, the latency still hits around 200 milliseconds. If you want a better gaming experience, you need to shell out extra for the gaming edition in the same series. To sum up, the biggest improvement with the Redmi Buds S Pro is that with the high treble boost, the sound isn't as heavy and dull as the previous generation. It's actually quite listenable now. As for the rest, the improvements aren't as significant. The latency is still pretty bad, and even on Xiaomi's own phones, they are not ideal for gaming. At $60, I'd say you can still hold off and think about it a bit more before pulling the trigger. That's all for today. Thank you for watching and see you next time.